Hello, I thought we'd take a little sketchbook tour again. This one I started in 18th of February, so when it was still cold. Took a long time to fill. Started down in my laundry room. You can see a South Asian lady putting her clothes into the dryer. This is a view of the lobby at the Film Forum. It's a movie theater that shows independent film that I like to go to with my friend Claudia. Went to see a play on Theater Row on West 42nd Street called Blues for an Alabama Sky, about progressive movement in the African American community in Harlem in the 30s. February 24th, went to the Whitney Museum with my friend Margaret from Northampton. This is a view of people out on one of the terraces where you can go out and look around. It's really nice. Our urban sketchers spent a day at the New York Society Library, where they have lots of interesting things to see on East 79th Street. Coming out from the library, I couldn't help but draw a sketch of this Ukrainian Institute, which borders right on Central Park. That Friday night, I went to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. This is a Robert Motherwell painting. Turns out there were a lot of other sketchers there too. I didn't know that though. Down in Soho, sitting in a cafe at the Roxy Hotel, waiting for a movie. This is the parking lot across the street with a little graffiti and stuff. They stack cars sometimes. This was another day I was in the East Village at Stanton and Allen, just drawing the beautiful architecture. Urban sketchers went to the New York Fire Museum on March 7th. This is some sort of commemorative picture. This is a fire hat that I drew in honor of my Uncle Bill, who was a fireman. Out in the neighborhood, this time I went to Forest Hills. They have a beautiful train station out there for the Long Island Railroad, so I went there. This is another train station. I do a lot of that stuff. This one's the Long Island Railroad in Flushing. March 13th was the last time I ate in a restaurant in Harlem with my friends, so I've been cooking a lot. This is some mozzarella and tomatoes with toast. Went across this, there's a park across the street from my house. This is my house. They have nice benches to sit on. More what you eat sketches. This one is pasta with broccoli and wine, so it was a dinner. This one was tortellini with asparagus, more wine. My radio, I'm a radio man. This is on my kitchen table, which belonged to my parents from the 30s. Gives me some spiritual strength and makes me, reminds me of my family and good times. This was a Colombian lunch. They have hot chocolate and they put soft cheese in, which is surprisingly good. This is a corn cake with cheese on that too. And these are the packages they came in. one of the weekly challenges for the urban sketchers was to get the cherry blossoms. So we have plenty of cherry trees right here in Queens. So I was up, and some beautiful architecture as well. So I was out on the streets drawing. Here's more cherry trees in Elmhurst. April 8th. April 28th, the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds came over as a salute to our responders to the COVID-19 pandemic. I also saw it do as a salute to all those unnamed people like the clerks at the grocery stores, the bus drivers, everybody else who had to go to work. They were saluted too. This is the last picture. It was on May 5th. I got in my car after I jump-started it and went to Bay Ridge. My friend from Peaks Island, Maine, Steve Schultz, old haunt. This was Shore Road and Bay Ridge Parkway. There's one more. Being shut in, I've been streaming a lot of movies in theater. This one was a play of 42nd Street, which is a lot of dancing and singing. This was a little dramatic part. The dialogue was, "No, you don't." Can't get over that wallpaper and the Art Deco stuff. This is a guy on the subway, and this is on paintings. There are those little red stamps. In business, they're called tojangs in Korean, and on a painting, it's really called a nakwan. And so I was experimenting and designing parts from my Korean name Nanoyol, just use as a nakwan. Here's one where I actually did Nanoyol. And that's it for this sketchbook. Thank you.